Salon Group Reading, Non-Binary Memoirs of Gender and Identity by Sophie Miller, Megan Myers, Christina Masita, and Sarah Monte. Work to focus on was the Non-Binary Memoirs of Gender and Identity. This was edited by Megha Rajunav and Scott Duane. This shows us a world where gender exists along a spectrum, a web, and a multidimensional space. Nuanced storytellers break away from the mainstream portrayals of gender diversity, cutting across lines of age, race, ethnicity, ability, class, religion, family, and relationships. How does this relate? This relates to the course context because the book focuses partly on the oppression and judgment people face based on their gender. This course is based around the study of gender and how that affects our day-to-day life. This piece refers to the decisions people make around how they're treated, and this is based on gender. This also relates to the course text because the texts we've read revolve around the idea of breaking stereotypes to discover and appreciate your true identity. In this reading, the narrative Token Act talks about labels placed on men and women and how that affects their day-to-day lives. We've constantly discussed the importance of believing in who you are, ignoring anything anyone says about you that is untrue.
Text 1, She the People, a graphic history of uprisings, breakdowns, setbacks, revolts, and enduring hope on the unfinished road to women's equality. This piece relates as a story of Frances Willard, a suffragette who helped to change the cause to fight for women's freedom for themselves, rather than to maintain the goodliness and structure of their homes. Text 2, The 7 Necessary Sins for Women and Girls. This piece refers to girls who were taught to bite their tongues and remain submissive as obedient. Text 3, The Moment of Lift, How Empowering Women Changes the World. Gates talks about male-dominated religions and the effect that they have on women's oppression. Text 4, This Bridge Called My Back, writings by a radical woman of color. The author includes a self-anecdote, reciting the time others' comments pushed her to want to change herself.
Text number 5, Juliet Takes a Breath. Rivera includes a story about a girl being pushed over by her friend based on her identity. Text number 6, Black Girls Rock, Owning Your Magic, Rocking Your Truth. A journal written by Shonda Rhimes titled Flip the Script is included. She discusses her experience as a woman in screenwriting and how belittled she often felt. Connection to everyday life, our experiences. You can't work in the back and label, "You're too pretty, stay up front." Sophie says, told she couldn't be team captain in gym class as girls aren't natural-born leaders. Christina, male friends often had conversations about how a woman could never be president as they were far too emotional and irrational. Sarah, wasn't allowed to drive at all on a 16-hour road trip with friends because women can't drive. Group reflection. We know the only way to fight these unfortunate upholdings of sexism and gender roles is to speak out against them and be whoever we want to be. Proving these people wrong over and over again is not only fulfilling and satisfying, but also a support system to young people who are forced to fit into a mold they don't feel fits them. Summary. The piece is a great read for people exploring their own identity, but it is also a useful, beautiful read about being human. Intensely holding onto the categories of male and female serves the purpose of telling us how to think about and treat each other before we know much else about a person, which immediately sets us up for inequality and imposes limitations that don't reflect reality.
For any questions, feel free to reach out to any of our emails. And thanks for watching.